Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the Rama from Satsang practice session, where you'll learn a modern Satsang method for obtaining peace, light, and love in your life. My name is Eddie, and I will be introducing the facilitator for today's event. But first, I'd like to give you a brief overview of this practice session. If you'll direct your attention towards your screen, you'll see the first element is Satsang. Satsang is a scientific method whereby we may obtain peace, light, and love in our life. It requires no physical skill, spiritual accomplishment, or meditation experience to begin its practice. Satsang consists of two words, Sat and Sang. Sat means positive energy, and Sang means to be with or to be in the presence of. Therefore, the word Satsang means to be in the presence of positive energy. The next element is meditation. Meditation is an important part of Satsang. When we meditate, we withdraw consciousness from worldly objects and direct it inwards to focus on a single thought. In doing so, our minds become calm and our thoughts become pure, thereby allowing us to obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. Inner orientation. There are two types of Satsang, inner Satsang and outer Satsang. An example of outer Satsang would be chanting or attending pilgrimages. When we practice outer Satsang, we have the potential to change our behavior, but only through the practice of inner Satsang can we obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. The Satsang that you will learn today is an inner Satsang where we meditate in silence. Group orientation. These practice sessions are structured for group participation. When we meditate as a group, our focus is improved and our personal progress along our spiritual path is expedited. By regularly attending these practice sessions, the benefits of group participation are amplified. Joy and inner happiness. All beings wish to experience joy. Joy is the eternal longing of the soul. But only through the practice of inner Satsang can we obtain a joyous state. Each time we practice Satsang, our inner happiness gradually increases, ultimately culminating in a state of joy, which we experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The agenda for today consists of 3 sessions: the informative session, the practice session, and the interactive session. During the informative session, a lecture will be given about a Satsang topic, the founder, or some relevant spiritual topic. During the practice session, you'll receive instructions on how to meditate, followed by a period of practice. During the interactive session, you have the opportunity to ask questions, or there'll be a panel discussion. And now, I'd like to introduce the facilitator for today's event. He has over 40 years of Satsang experience. He's the grandson of Guru Maharaj, the founder of Rama from Satsang. He was born into a Satsang family where he experienced his family members obtain states of enlightenment and lead lives of peace, light, and love. At an early age, he began traveling with the mission throughout India. And during that time, he witnessed the positive effects that Satsang could have on mankind. And upon arriving to the United States, both he and his wife continued to facilitate Satsangs for local Satsangees. He has led teams of Satsang members in translating important Satsang literature into English and has worked tirelessly to make Satsang more accessible to Western and English-speaking audiences. He currently travels throughout the United States, India, and England, facilitating Satsangs while maintaining his duties as a husband, a father, and an IT executive. Today, he will teach us a rare and ancient form of Satsang as taught by Guru Maharaj. He is Mr. Sanjeev Kumarji. Unfortunately, Sanjeev couldn't be with us today, but he has left us a videotape message, after which instructions on how to meditate will be given. Please enjoy.
One, if you could bring that 5 steps to inner peace. Today, I wanted to kind of revisit this. We have talked about in several sessions, like the Maslow's hierarchy. in the Upanishads, in ancient times, there was a 5-step process that was described to get to the top of the pyramid, where where Guru Maharaj, my grandfather, who started this whole practice in 1930, kind of talked about like the ocean of peace. So the realm of the world, realm of the life, realm of mind, realm of knowledge, realm of love. And from very materialistic, very self-oriented, very safety and security focused life to top of the pyramid, where love, light, and peace is in abundance, and how that flow works. I had recorded a video, I think last year. So I think it's about 10, 12 minutes. Let's go through that, and then we'll practice this method, which interestingly, as Guru Maharaj describes it, starts at the realm of mind, which in itself, this illustration doesn't depict like how big that is, the realm of mind, controlling the mind, and ability to achieve and acquire mental powers and then use them to continue the accent above. So I think let's watch the video, and then we'll practice it, and then we can open it up for any questions.
People do ask me that when there are such toxic people and deeply disturbing situations, how can you be at peace? And I think that is an important thing to understand. Like, is there a way in which we can be with toxic people, or even like ordinary people sometimes do some things which shatters our inner peace? So how do we tackle that? So I personally feel that to tackle that and to understand that, we need to redefine personal progress. Our progress should not be measured in how much we have or who we are or what we have achieved in life. It should be how we react to these situations. Am I able to tackle tough people, tough situations, and still handle your inner peace, your inner poise, your inner strength, your inner happiness is not affected by day-to-day ups and downs that we encounter? Let's try to break this down. So first thing is, I would like to take a model that was described probably thousands of years ago in the Upanishads. It's a 5-step process to lasting, and it's like if we have to achieve the ocean of peace, where we are at peace, everybody around us gets affected by it, and they achieve peace as well. How do we achieve that state? So let's take it's like 5 steps or 5 realms, and at the top of the 5 realms is that destination where you have almost unchanging, everlasting, deep sense of inner peace. So let's take an example of how we all perceive and react to various situations in life. So my father used to take an example where somebody found a person lying on the ground. So basically, the person got hit by a rock and fell flat and was unconscious. So one person who was himself drunk, he looked at the person and said, must have, had too much to drink. Then another person walks by who stole something and was running, and he looked at this person and was like, this person must have stolen something and was trying to run away and, fell down. And then the third person, who was a sage, looked at this person, and compassion and care and all that kicked in and came over to help this person. So 3 people, same situation, reaction is totally different. Why? So there is outer world has events, and inner world has inner states. So every person reacts to the outer event through their inner states, and these inner states could be in one of the 5 levels. So at the lower level, like the realm of the world, where basically the focus is on me, eat, drink, and be merry. This is purely materialistic lifestyle where you don't have time for others. So if at the lower level, person looks at a person who needs help, would say, well, somebody got in trouble, they're responsible for it, and I got to do my duty or my important meeting or other things, and I need to focus on myself, and would not really care. On the second realm, the reaction would change a little, and the reaction might be, oh, I would like to help if I didn't have this other important thing to do. And there is a little more empathy and compassion, but the end result is not much different. So that's the realm of life where you have probably changed your direction to look towards peace, light, and love, but it's just a step in that direction. You haven't really achieved any real sense of change yet. And then in the realm of mind, where mind control, meditation, looking inwards becomes a little deeper, here the person would have empathy and care in a genuine way, but it's still not unconditional. It's still not developed to a point where giving becomes a real nature. Here, it's almost like 50-50, where you see a situation, you see a person who needs help. Mentally, you would be in a place to help. But again, your logic and your thought processes will also tell you why you can only do that much, because there are things that you need to take care of, etc. So empathy, care is evolving, and you have gotten to the next stage. 4th realm and 5th realm, which I call the realm of knowledge or realm of light, where somebody has suddenly realized that they now understand how everybody else's health, happiness affects theirs. The environment, the nature, has a very integral impact on us. So understanding that in the realm of knowledge, your reaction to things would be that you have to take care of those things first, of people around you. So you now are moving towards giving more than taking. You are stepping towards unconditional love, care, and empathy that you never had before. In the realm of love, it multiplies, it's infectious. It is where if some person is in trouble, you would forget about what is important to you. You would focus on helping that person. And I saw in Satsang, the leaders, the mentors, the people who have really taken Satsang to be integral part of their life, and they achieved that lasting inner peace and light and love, were able to help thousands and thousands and thousands of people, in most cases without really affecting their livelihood or their approach to life. So when you start giving more, it actually enriches your world in many, many, many ways. So just realizing that is realm of knowledge, implementing that is realm of love. So in these 5 steps, basically, you not only progress yourself through these stages, through satsang, to the ocean of peace, but you achieve this light and love in the process that really enriches your life, your environment, and your community. And giving and unconditional love becomes an integral part of your personality. That I would call personal progress. So achieving inner peace is stepping through a process through which you become a more mature, a more giving, basically a person who has an abundance of light, which is knowledge, love, which is care and compassion, and peace, which is something that first you achieve and then you share with others.
So as I was talking about earlier, the process that my grandfather perfected and then shared with everyone, and this has been happening since 1930. Most of his writings and a lot of books that he wrote were in Hindi. And now, we're trying to understand that in the Western context and in English. Anyway, so let's first practice. This is basically a method that gets you started at the realm of mind. This concentration and meditation would help you to acquire, these 4 things, which are part of the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga, as described by Maharishi Patanjali. So my grandfather focused on the 4 limbs of the 8 limbs described in Ashtanga Yoga. So inward orientation. So to do that, so basically you start with inward orientation and concentration or manifestation, and then go deep into meditation, and then that results in higher consciousness. So let's, so for inward orientation, the first step is to close your eyes so that the sensory input that is distracting our mind minimizes, and then sit in a relaxed and still posture, so that because every time your body will move, your mind moves with it. We want to minimize that. So eyes lightly closed, and observe your body and make sure there's no strain. You can sit still for next, 15, 20 minutes or so while we meditate in silence. But we'll start with music because that helps concentration. And then the music will fade away, and then we'll go deep into silent meditation. But during that meditation, what we need to focus on is this transcendental energy in form of light. So feel the presence, feel that it's right here, right now with us, and in form of light. And that light is entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you're becoming one with this light. So mind will wander away, and as soon as you realize that mind has wandered away, you again, manifest this transcendental energy. Concentrate on this energy in form of light, and that light is in front of you, entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you are becoming completely and totally immersed in this light. And you can do other concentration and other things that you do to help bring in, better concentration, even other meditation methods you can do before or after. While doing this, just focus on manifesting this transcendental energy in form of light that's entering your heart, enlightening it, and then the light is distributing throughout your body, and this energy is energizing every nook and corner within you and around you, and you're getting totally and completely immersed in this light. Let's start now. So we'll start with music. Music will fade away, and then we'll transition out with music again. Let's start.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. This is now the interactive session. If you have any questions, please post those to the chat, or you can ask those verbally, and we'll record it and have Sanjeev answer them upon his return. Also, if you'd like to share an experience you had there during Satsang, please feel free to do so. Okay. Okay, so we'll bring this Satsang session to a close. Thank everyone for attending. Don't forget that you can practice this Satsang at home, and I encourage you to do so. Sanjeev ji will return next week, and he'll be here this Saturday as well. Until then, have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Take care.